Hello everyone, welcome back to CJ Explores. In this vlog we are coming to you from Bulgaria and we're exploring its capital city, Sofia.
We're very excited because we're in a new country again. We are in Bulgaria for the first time for both of us. We got into Sofia last night, quite late actually. I think it was about 10 o'clock, 10:30. We had a late dinner and checked into a hotel. But we are staying actually right in the center. So we are like on this main sort of like cafe restaurant. Yeah, it's like the main high street of Sofia. So there is a lot going on here. It was very busy last night. I think there must have been some sort of like concert or festival or something. And as we were walking to our hotel, we had to sort of fight through crowds of people to get there. But it's a beautiful day. It's a Sunday here. And we are about to go and check out a cafe, which is called the Edgy Vegan. It's 7 minutes walk from our hotel, so let's go. Disaster.
It was supposed to open an hour ago, just not open. Let me see if there's any signs. So they're opening late today, so at least it's open later, maybe for some lunch, but I guess we need to find somewhere for some breakfast. First up we have some Sunday markets here. It's actually around going up for 11 o'clock, but it still seems like very early here, like it feels like it's like 8 or 9 a.m. Yeah, it's a very nice chill atmosphere today, this morning, and this Sunday morning in Sofia. Probably have a little browse of the markets after breakfast, but we're both quite peckish. I'm lost. There's supposed to be another cafe. A lot of cool artwork around here. There's supposed to be another cafe on this corner, but it's very quiet here. We can't really find like proper breakfast food. There was like more like lunchtime meals that were all open, even though it's still morning. It was like burgers, and we want to live something a little bit lighter, a little bit more breakfasty, brunchy.
Is that it?
Or maybe it says rainbow. Okay, we found it in the end, and it is very cool in here. It's very like Aussie vibes in like mountain towns that we've been to kind of cafe. They do a few vegan options. They do like a couple of vegan sandwiches. We've gone for an avocado and toast and just asked them to hold the poached egg. But yeah, very popular spot. Maybe more of like a locals feel around here, but it's very cool.
That is a very, very good oat flat white.
That wasn't how I was expecting my avocado and toast to look like. It looks like, yeah, it's being come out of like a tomato ketchup squeezy bottle. But we'll try it. It's yummy.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's seasoned really nicely. There is a lot of street art that we've found so far in Sofia, and we haven't even covered much ground really. We've just been walking around to breakfast and back. But we're seeing quite a lot, and it's really impressive street art, like really cool and really talented artists. Yeah, not this bit, but yeah, we have seen some. It's very nice.
Even last night when we got to the bus station and we came into the metro underground, there was like a full graffiti art festival, like in that sort of like underground pass area. And it was really like talented artwork. It was really like beautiful and not just like tags of people's names and stuff. It was really cool.
We just went inside and it is very beautiful in there. You're not allowed to take any videos, photos. You have to be in silence, take your hats off. So we couldn't capture anything for you, but it had like this big dome ceilings with like this beautiful artwork on the top. They had these huge candelabras that were just massive, and yeah, if they fell down, they would do some damage. But yeah, it was really beautiful inside, and the whole cathedral is actually a memorial church for the people that lost their lives in the late 19th century, liberating Bulgaria against the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah, inside it's very, very beautiful. It's kind of like, has this kind of sepia tone to everything inside because I guess it's the color of the stained glass windows where the sun's coming through, but it's just this beautiful kind of like old nostalgic feel in there, and the floor is kind of like a little bit like cracked and rubbly. And the other thing that I really liked about it is there was no seating inside. Well, there was seating like around the pillars, but most of the space was kind of just open floor. So you could really just walk around and feel like the whole space. It was a really nice place to just go and sit and just kind of breathe in that space. It was really, really a good space to visit if you need to like sit and think and clear your head maybe. Very beautiful, so definitely recommend. We just can't show you what it looks like in there. You have to make it up for yourself. Oh my God, Shaz.
He is staring me out.
He's not impressed with you at all. So right next to the big cathedral is this little market. I'm guessing this is just the once a week sort of a deal. This is on a Sunday. And lots of weird artifacts here. There's lots of artwork, which is nice, but there's also lots of memorabilia from times gone by, such as Nazi Germany and Soviet symbols, and a lot of weaponry as well. Knuckle dusters, knives, yeah, all the good stuff. As well as like cameras and other nicks and knacks from historical times. It seems there's many green spaces around Sofia, and this area actually, the geography of this place is very close to a mountain, which is an excellent mountain climb. I think it might be only like 20 kilometers south of the city, so not too far away.
This spot seems like a particular favourite spot amongst locals. There's lots of like little families here, a lot of local people it seems, and yeah, it's a really beautiful spot. There's a lovely fountain area behind us and a beautiful building. It just seems like that Sofia has some really nice parks in it. It's really nice.
So one of the things that was recommended for us to do while we're in Sofia is to come down to the city garden and have a game of chess with the locals. I got my absolute pants dropped by one of the locals. They do, he said, to like pay to play, which is the equivalent of about €1 per game, so 2 leva, Bulgarian leva. And that's not bad, like, you know, it's not extortionate, it's a fair amount of money for them to come down and sit down and entertain you for 15 to 20 minutes for a quick game. But yeah, I liked playing chess, but I'm not that good at it. So there is one thing that we are struggling with a little bit here, not only here, but in other parts of like Eastern Europe. It's the fact that smoking is so like socially acceptable, even like in restaurants and in cafes. Like I went in one the other day in Belgrade, and I was like, in the cafe on the table there were lighters like inside and signs like saying like you're allowed to smoke in here, even though I'm pretty sure it is like against the rules, like it's against the law to like smoke in buildings. The other thing as well that we've noticed is like it's kind of like a cold welcome. Like this part, like the Balkan states kind of have a very similar mentality to Russia. And I was speaking to a lovely Bulgarian girl on the bus yesterday who was telling me a little bit about it. It's, you don't want to share your emotions with someone. Like you won't smile at someone in the street if you don't know them, because you know what she was telling me is like you can't trust everyone, and you shouldn't just trust everyone at face value. It's quite interesting because she said that when she was in Paris and you know she was just walking down the street and people were smiling at her, like, which is a very like Western culture thing to do. I know that's kind of like how we are in New Zealand, and in the UK you kind of like smile at people, and it's just not really acceptable here. So you kind of have to like meet someone first before they remove that barrier, before they break down that wall and like show you a bit of warmth. But then once you get to know them, like the hospitality is there, it's really lovely. You just have to get there first. we're not going to go to a restaurant on the main street. We're going to go back to the Edgy Veggie, which is a vegan restaurant which we tried to go to this morning, in the hopes that we get a warmer welcome, better hospitality, and no cigarettes. Truth be told, we're having a difficult travel experience right now. We're on a struggle.
Well, we went to the vegan place and it was nice. The lady says hi and stuff, but she said they're very busy. This is a half an hour wait. I was like, that's okay, we don't mind sitting and waiting, but then our order was just never taken. So it's just like you stand at the till and wait. But they were just, I think she was just her and like the chef, so after like 20 minutes we were like, wouldn't mind waiting if they took an order straight away, but you know, it still would have been an extra half an hour added on to the 20 minutes we were waiting just to place the order. It wasn't that busy really, so much had a lot of online orders, or just understaffed, so yeah, I guess it wasn't really her fault, just understaffed, over busy. So we went and it's just, yeah, it's just a bit of a downer, and it's like, it's not like saying, oh, it's because you're, you know, vegan diet, but the first place had a vegan pizza, we were like, fine, yeah, let's sit here, eat that, but it took ages for somebody to come take an order, and then when we did, we said, can we move to where the window had the fresh air because somebody's smoking, and then they just, no interaction, just blankly look at you like, I don't know, just the hospitality here, and then we've had in Belgrade too, has just been, it's lacking. So I think we're going to go to the supermarket and find some food and go back to the hotel for a bit and wind down. We got a good little haul from the supermarket. Just dips and breads and little snackables and some chippies. I think that's going to be our late lunch, picnic lunch. So in this area they've done some excavation and they found these old, it looks like Roman buildings here in Sofia. They just kind of left it like this, open for people to wander around.
So the city of Sofia was actually trying to construct a subway here between 2010 and 2012. And that's when they found these ruins. This is the ancient Roman city of Serdica. And now it's quite cool. They're like excavating in here, and there's a couple of archaeological teams under the guidance of a local professor who is instructing them on how to excavate correctly, I guess. But you can see the Roman ruins of this city, the archaeological remains, quite cool. And the subway next to it is now named Serdica 2. So it's like a little throwback to the ancient times when there was a Roman civilization right here in Bulgaria.
It's quite cool that they just found this while they were creating the subway. I guess the archaeological community were very excited. And yeah, it's nice that they've just left this and they preserved it well. So we went back to our hotel and had a little cool down for a few hours, just had some snacks, and we've come back out and we actually found a place called Bolero Fit Burger. And Corey's got this amazing looking vegan burger, and the staff here are really, really friendly, they're really lovely. So it's been a nice little turnaround in restaurants from like our weird experience earlier. But then yeah, this is really good. I have to show you Corey's burger because it looks amazing.
We are leaving Sofia now. Unfortunately, we only have one day here and it was a short day, but we are taking the metro to go to the central railway station. You just tap your card, or you can use Apple Pay or Google Pay at the entrance to the railway station, and it's pretty cheap. I think it's like $1.60 one way, so yeah, pretty cheap to get to the central railway station, and that's where we're catching our bus to Thessaloniki.